Hello again, YouTube. It's your girl, Dead Celebrities, the Illuminati, and I'm back with yet another video message, and it's about celebrities that are killed or murdered in ritual blood sacrifices, cloned and replaced. And today's subject is Eminem, or his birth name, Marshall Mathers III. And before I get to the message, if you're not spiritual, this message is not for you. If you think everything is a joke and a game, this message is not for you. If you want to believe all the lies that you've been fed for most of your life from television and false religion, just the mainstream mass media in general, then this video and this message is not for you. But moving on, the fact of the matter is, Eminem has been replaced for a long time. And me personally, somebody might ask, how long has he been gone? Me personally, I believe that he got replaced before he filmed that movie. I would say the movie, what's the name of that movie? 8 Mile, because by that time his essence had become darker. And the thing I noticed is that he doesn't mention his daughter or anything anymore. And I personally believe that his daughter got replaced along with him. And the video teaser / trailer that I did last year, the thing I did do is I made sure that I picked the images that best prove that Eminem represented, that Eminem was replaced. And right here, here's a big difference. The one on the left I believe is the original Eminem. I mean, if he's not, then I don't know about it, but these two individuals look very, very different. And the one on the right looks very fake. It looks like a plastic dummy, if I'm being honest. If you look at the staring, how he's standing, then you'll know that you can know by that he's not a real person. Zoom in, zoom out. And right here, if you take a look at this comp photo right here, the features, they actually put the pictures together by splitting them in half, and they look very different. The nose is different, the mouth is different, the ears are different, the eyes are different, and the skull shape is also different. Right here is a big difference. The one on the left is, I'm gonna just assume that there's been many different Eminems over the years, because if you grow up in a Masonic, a multi-generational family of Freemasonry and monarch mind control, you're not only going to be transgender, because Eminem was transgendered. I believe he was born a female. Not only you're going to be transgendered, because Eminem was born a female, you're going to be cloned as well. And I noticed that these celebrities, a lot of them, their clones this cloning thing goes back to childhood, because there are many different versions of them. Because I saw this video on YouTube, and it showed how Eminem's voice had changed and fluctuated over the years, because it has fluctuated in pitch and timbre and stuff. You know, he's not a singer, he's just a rapper. You can tell his voice has changed a lot. Even before he was famous, it changed a lot. It means he had multiple clones of himself back then. The original was still alive, but he had different clones of himself back then. And this picture right here is a big difference. The one to the left, he looks unhappy. There's still soul to his eyes. And one to the right, there's no soul at all. Zoom in, zoom out. Right here, as you can see, Eminem was born a girl. That's a little girl on the left. And this one definitely looks like a female on the right. It could have been one of his clones. It depends. I don't know. It depends on when the picture was taken. And in this photo right here, this is not Eminem's mother at all, but I believe that it's not only a man. It could be likely Eminem's uncle, because early on in life, I believe that the real person's parents are killed off, and they're raised by their aunt and uncle. And I believe the aunt and uncle abused them physically, sexually, and otherwise, because we are dealing with multi-generational Satanists here. And they put their children under mind control, and also transgendered them and abused them from day one, pretty much. And I forgot to point out that this thing that's passing himself off as Eminem's mother has an Adam's apple, and is also a clone, because the neck is very long. The one on the left is the original Eminem. Zoom in, zoom out. right here, this person is holding Eminem when he was a baby. That's a little baby girl. That's not Eminem's mother at all. That's either his big brother or his uncle. That's not a girl. That's a boy with long hair. A feminine boy with long hair. That's not Eminem's mother at all. That's his uncle or something, or big brother. And right here, this represents like don't tell the secret, or the infamous vow of silence that those within the cult, the Illuminati cult, have taken. This right here is a clone of Eminem because there's just no spark, there's no life, there's no spark of life in his eyes. Right here, this is another, I would say this is an early clone of Eminem, because a lot of times when they clone celebrities, at first initially you can't really tell because they look natural. But as time goes on, further time progresses, the more faker these clones look, because they now use robotoids. This is an old robotoid right here. It's an ugly old white woman right here. This isn't the real Eminem at all, because those eyes are like plastic or glass, and plus you can see those prominent forehead veins, which is a sign of severe trauma. And plus these clones have been microchipped and programmed to carry out Satan's agenda. And Kim Mathers, Eminem's ex-wife, and that's his daughter, who's likely a little boy. Kim Mathers is a man, and it could be likely that Eminem had given birth to his daughter, or maybe she came out of a test tube. I don't know. This is why Eminem looked like in 1992, as you see, he did something with his hair that kind of looked like a fade top. And I remember something that Yahweh Rule said. A lot of there's no white celebrities. I'm not saying he's right, or I'm not saying he's wrong, but this is the original Eminem. I'm not saying he's right or that he's wrong. That these celebrities were never real. That none of them were never real, and they were just cloned from DNA of ancient black Egyptian DNA. If that's true, then Eminem is black. He's not white at all. He has unnatural skin texture, unnatural skin color. It's not real Eminem at all. There's no soul to the eyes. Fake Eminem again with the prominent forehead veins. Zoom in. Zoom out. And he's covering one eye, and also there's light on one side of his face and darkness on the other side, and which represents duality and Freemasonry. And he's covering one eye with one hand, which represents the all-seeing eye of Horus, or Satan, or Lucifer. It's not Eminem at all. I think it's an early clone or something of him. I noticed that during that movie 8 Mile, everything was just so dark and dreary. It's either at night, or if it was the day, then it was mostly cloudy and stuff. The movie was just very dark, and I think there was a slight dark, and everything was just gloomy and stuff, dark and dreary. And I believe that was a sign that the original Eminem had passed. And I personally believe that he died back in 2000 or 2001. The real one did. Even though Eminem has many clones, that's not Eminem at all. That's a clone, because the skin, there's no pores or wrinkles or anything in it, and the skin is unusually flawless. I mean, there's been many clones of him over the years, but that's the real Eminem right there. There's been many clones of him, but I'm just assuming for argument's sake that this is the real one. See how happy he looks. Right here, this is a big difference. The one on the left is the real deal, but the one on the right, you can see there's no color whatsoever. And I know the thing about these robotoids is they have no color to their skin. Zoom in. Zoom out. They have no color to the skin. It's almost like they're vampires or something. And in a way they are, because they do participate in rituals and stuff, where they drink blood and eat human flesh, as well as consume urine and feces and stuff. It's the sick thing that these Satanists be up to. Here's a big difference. The one to the left, of course, he got that deer in headlights look, is the real Eminem, and the one to the right is the fake Eminem. The ears look different. The bone structure in the face is different. The eyes is different. The nose and the mouth is also different. The one on the left looks There's just he just has a liveliness about his countenance, but the one to the right has a very dark essence, and they both have different energy profiles. They carry the same identity, but they're not the same people at all. As you can see in both pictures, they're actually clones. Because as I said before, I mean, there is a possibility that these people, that Eminem was never a real person in the first place. Because another thing that's in the multi-generational Satanist and monarch slave families, they not only transgender the children, they clone them. The children are cloned as well because they're born soulless. Well, if there's nothing more, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.